Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Amazingly Dope podcast. Today, I have a special guest, Mr. Sir Paul, who will be here to give his male perspective and insight to our topic today, which we are titling Standards versus Preferences. He just popped out of here, so we're going to wait for him to come back. And he's back. I don't know
It
why.
it
This
did it
thing is
again.
acting weird. I don't know why it just said. I don't
It
know,
did
but
it
we're
again.
recording and we're both on here. Like, I don't know. So I want you to listen to this clip from Ebony Williams and then we'll discuss afterwards. You ready?
Okay.
Okay.
I do want you to speak, Ayanla, to how women need to, uh, I don't know, position ourselves so that we can be in our divinity, so we can have our crowns right, how we can create and not build. When some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all, um, they are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership. Would you date a bus driver? You. Would you date if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus. See, that's a problem. That's a problem. Now let's address the response.
Okay. So pretty much this young lady, well, she's not that young, but basically she got a lot of backlash from I say blue collar workers who said that she was, bougie, stuck up. She's a problem with black women in dating. She got a lot of heat for that. So she had to kind of backpedal and pussy pop on the Breakfast Club and was like, "Hey, don't worry about who I'm dating. The issue is that as black people, we don't require ownership. We don't push people to have their own. We always are like, this is good enough. Like it's a bigger issue, which was whatever. But at the end of the day, there's still an issue there in dating where women say stuff like this and it offends men. So I made this about standards versus preferences because I feel like it's a conversation that needs to be had. I think maybe some of us are living more in our preferences and ignoring standards because of what they think they want. So I'm gonna let you respond to Ebony's, clip, and then we'll take it from there. Go ahead, Paul.
All right. First off, thank you for allowing me to be on your podcast. I think this is an
Of course.
interesting conversation topic. Um, I want to say right off the bat that I don't think anything she said was totally wrong. That's her preference. That's her. That's how she wants to date, and I don't think nothing's wrong with that. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I think she just rubbed people the wrong way with it because like I said before we had this conversation. Um, Most of the people in this world are probably your middle class people, blue
Right.
collar. I mean, so you're blue collar people. So it's only a few of us who are executives or um, business owners that making multi-million dollars. Um, so yeah, you didn't get no. She didn't probably get no backlash from them because she was talking to them. But she was majority of us probably had an issue with it because that says she wouldn't talk to me because I'm a 9 to 5. I'm blue. So
So
yeah, that,
was it more of a personal attack of a man who was like, "Oh, so I'm not good enough for her"? Was it more like that?
I don't think it's a personal attack, but I think that what she said, I don't think she was attacking anybody. You know what I'm saying? I think her preference just offended majority of the males in this world or in the United States because most of us are your blue collar. So,
Okay.
it's no different if you go out for a date, not just for a date, you go out and you reject a guy. I think that she just rejected 90% of the males in the United States. You know what I'm saying?
90%.
Don't quote me on on that number. I'm just using that to exaggerate my point. I think that's the reason why she's getting the backlash because all these males feel like, damn, she wouldn't even give me a chance then because I'm that person she was.
Okay. So let me ask you this. What's the difference of her saying she wouldn't date a bus driver versus a man who says I don't date BBWs?
That's a good question.
Mhm.
I wasn't ready for that one. Pretty, pretty good there. So, okay, so let me go ahead and take a swing at this. I don't know if
Okay.
it is a difference, but I would say the BBW is probably more of a sexual preference, and the bus hour is more of, I don't know what you would call it a bus hour, but it's not a sexual preference, it's more of a lifestyle. You
Well, couldn't we agree though? It's not about a lifestyle per se. It's like sense of security, right? Like
yeah,
men, aren't you guys physical creatures? Like you want to be physically and sexually attracted to your partner, right?
right.
Right? And as a woman, I want to feel secure and know that my man can actually provide financially for me. So what makes her wrong, but another man right for not wanting a plus size woman?
But like I said before, I don't think she's wrong for what she said. I think that if that's her truth, then she need to stick to it. And it's
Right.
good that she's being upfront about it. So you know what I'm saying? Now the guys who work 9 to 5 on the blue collar, you know not to pursue her because 9 times out of 10 she's not gonna be interested in you. You know, not saying you're a bad guy, but off your status alone, don't intrigue her. It don't interest her at all. And she's like, and she made it clear. Like I said before, I think that she just what she said kind of hurt some people's feelings, mostly probably males. You know that she won't date a guy who has quote unquote a regular job.
I mean,
And
that's true.
but the BBW thing, I still think that's more of a. And you're right though. We operate different on what we look at it in relationship. Like we are more physical. We do look at your
Right.
appearance more than anything. And a woman wants stability. You know,
Exactly. So it's what's wrong with having preferences? I guess that's where I'm coming from. Like, what is wrong with her saying, I want a man who wants to own the bus, not just drive it? Because that's pretty much what I took from it. What's the problem with that? Because listen, if a man came out and said, I don't like big girls, he'll be crucified too,
yeah, he would.
right? He'll be
Yes, he would.
crucified too, and it'd be like, oh, so you don't like big girls, da, 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 da. Like, you like your mama. Like, people go for the jugular. So I feel like on both sides, people are so damn sensitive that they're not even like willing to have a real conversation. That's why I'm here with you today, because there's a difference between a standard and a preference, right? Like for
Yeah.
like what do you think a standard is for a man? Like a just a basic standard.
When it relates to relationship or
Yes.
dating or
Yeah.
okay,
Mhm.
so uh, it's probably gonna be looks. It's,
Ooh.
it's gonna probably be looks. Like our
Ooh,
standards and
damn.
structure probably yeah, it's probably gonna be based off that. Now I do think that it changes as we age,
Okay.
you know, because we realize, okay, look, I'm not as young. I don't expect her to be young looking either. You know what I'm saying? So that now my focus on my or you said standards or my preference is gonna change as I get older. But starting off in
Right.
my twenties, I'm gonna be honest with you, starting off in my twenties, appearance was everything. Like she had to have this, she had to have that. Then then after all that, then I get into the more intellectual stuff. How she was as a person, is she kind-hearted and stuff like that. That was not my first initial uh, standard. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Looks with everything.
So you didn't care about her character if she had a
Not
big
right off.
booty.
Not yeah. Is a her ass was fat. She got a pretty face, and she got all her teeth.
Damn.
You know, so
Wow.
but things change, right? That was in my 20s. Now I wouldn't. I still would look at all those things, but
Mhm.
that won't be the end. That wouldn't be the end where I wouldn't even pursue you if you wouldn't have passed that. Before I get to know that you're a nice person, I wouldn't even care if you was. Yeah.
Well, that's horrible. That's
No, it's
pretty
not.
bad.
Hold on. I'm saying the same thing she's saying. Only difference is I'm saying it when I was younger. That's what was important to me. So if you didn't pass those first preferences or standards, we didn't even get into the rest of the stuff because I already wrote you off. Now, like me now, where I'm at now, you can be missing those things, and I still will be like, all right, let me get to know her. Let me see who she really is. Because I know that those things don't really make you or break you. So I want to get to know who you
Right.
are. Yeah. Maturity.
Exactly. Okay. So you just grew up basically.
Yeah. 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 I
Huh.
realize
That's
that it's
interesting.
deeper than that.
But you don't think that even though you're older, that you still like prefer a certain kind of woman.
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. I
So
don't
what
think it's
is
a
your
sin.
I don't know if it's safe for you to say what your type is. Let's not do that. Well, I don't
I'm
know.
gonna be
So
honest with you. I, I don't really know. We, all right, so it's complicated. Just like trying to narrow it down to a few things. Like, so I do like BBWs, by the way.
oh. Oh. Y'all hear that?
I prefer a BBW.
What part do you like? Are you a booty dude or a titty man?
I'm both, but I'm more of an ass man than anything.
Okay.
Just put it this way, I'm more of an ass man, but I'm not gonna deny the titties. You know, I'm like, oh, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I would see. It's like,
Like, get those out
yeah,
my
yeah,
face.
you don't want to wear my face. That ain't what I came here to see. That's not what I came here to see. You keep trying to put it in my face and shit.
Ain't nobody come and see you, Otis. I feel you. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah, I feel you.
you know, so yeah, yeah, it's that, and then I do like a shapely woman. It's all different type of
Okay.
BBW. It's all different type of BBWs.
Well,
And I
see,
just
this is
learned
my
this.
thing. What's a real BBW? Because some of y'all say BBW and it's just a
See,
thick
I knew you
woman.
was gonna go there. I knew you was gonna go there because I just learned this myself. I was at somebody live and she ripped me a new one about some stuff. Because I
Like
said the
what did
same
she
thing. Like,
say?
because I told her I like BBWs. And she was like, you don't like BBWs. You like thick girls. Those are not BBWs. All this other stuff like that. If you 200 pounds, that don't make you a BBW. And I'm like,
I mean, I'm 220. I'm definitely
it's all about
I
height
got a
too,
good
right? You could be 220 and 5'2". That's big. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Not big, big, but that's you know what I'm saying? Than it would if you was 5'9", 5'11", and you 220.
I mean, I'm
You look
five
different.
seven, but
Right.
it's the point of everybody weighs like they could weigh 250 and be small. It just depends on how you carry your weight. You might have a big booty, thick thighs,
Yeah.
and a
Or
flat
what I
stomach.
look. Yeah. Yeah. And so she got on me about like you like BBWs who are athletic built.
Yes, that makes sense.
And I didn't think about that. You know what I'm saying? And I gave her props like, listen, don't chew me out because I didn't know that it was so many different variables in this BBW thing. Like I didn't go to school for it. But as far as I know, you know what I'm saying, I like BBWs. Yeah, I do like a woman. Now you mention it, I do like a woman who's BBW and more shapely. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to offend nobody. I don't want a woman who's a BBW and
Be careful.
yeah, I- thank you. You know what? I'm gonna do what Steve Harvey do sometime. You know, I'm just gonna leave that shit alone because I don't want to be attacked.
Leave it right there, because you
Yeah, I
still
don't
got to
want to be
face people after this, and they gonna bring it
right.
up. I'll
Yeah.
say you don't like. Don't do it.
Here's the thing though. I like a woman. Period. So I wouldn't really turn down anybody because of their physical appearance or it ain't like because they're a BBW. That's what I'm saying when I say that. Now, you dirty and stinky, that's different. But I'm talking about just because you saw
Ooh.
like turn anybody down. So
Okay. So since you brought that up, so you would prefer an athletically thick woman. However, if they have other qualities that you like, your standards, which could be she's kind, supportive, whatever else you are looking for, you can
right,
overlook the fact that she may be bigger than you're used to.
yeah, or not shape.
Okay, got it. So this is my thing, and you're gonna slap my hands, and that's fine. I feel like women are more um, forgiving when it comes to our preferences. We may talk a whole bunch of crap of how we like, I want a man that's tall. I want him to be this and have this much money. And we're like, oh, okay, it's all right. You're 5'5", that's fine. Or you don't have the money right now. Okay, I'll help you. Like we accommodate. We kind of put our preferences more to the bottom of our priority list than men do. And we are more focused on the standards. We can meet a man that we're not initially attracted to, and that attraction can build over time because if his standards match up to our standards, then we can overlook all of the looks. We can look over a whole lot of things that don't match up. We may be a little short in other places. We can, we can still marry you and have a whole family with that little Peter Weeder and not say anything and be happy. Whereas a man, if I feel like if you marry or date somebody that is not your preference, then you feel like, hmm, I'm trying to find the right words. Like you did them a favor.
Yeah,
Or you're hoping that she loses weight. Or you're hoping that she does something that will make her more of your preference. That's just what I've seen. Like when a man steps out of his type, you could tell that he's like, I could just go, talk to Shamika. Shamika got the fat ass I like, and you over here talking shit. I thought you was cool, but now I see I should just stick with my preference. You know what I'm saying? It just for men, and that if you that attraction is not really there, and then
okay.
they're like, but she's a good chick. It does not work. I
Well,
want to be somebody's like type, and then everything else just falls in line. Because a man who has a woman he's attracted to, he will overlook a whole bunch of shit.
yeah,
A whole bunch of
yeah,
shit.
yeah. I agree. I agree to a certain extent. I
Okay,
think
break
that
it down to me.
I think that us as males, we don't overlook
Uh-oh.
a lot of things. Can you hear me? Am I
I can hear you.
okay? I think the women feel the same way, right? But y'all's are not so much all over the place. A lot of times,
Okay.
y'all's a little bit more narrowed down, like you said, the little Peter Whacker. Y'all y'all kind of stay in that area. Where guys, we kind of examine your whole body. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Break that down.
Anything about a woman could be an issue to us. You know what I'm
Anything?
saying? Anything. And it's not fair. It's not fair. I think that we sometimes us as guys could be some assholes and we could just pick anything like, oh, her hair too short. I don't like when the hair too short. You know what I'm saying? Why you got big feet? Why you know what I'm saying? Your titties little, but you got a big ass. That don't make sense. You're on portion. You ain't portion. Right? You know what I'm saying? We could just be like it's stupid, like all over the place about why you don't meet our quality. You don't meet our standards and stuff like that. Where a woman
That's true.
like a woman, you look past that. We got men boobs, or beer belly, or you know what I'm saying, or a fat back, or whatever the case may be. Besides one particular area,
Exactly.
but even in that area, y'all sometimes are forgiving. You know what I'm saying? Um, but most of the time, you're not. You're not. And so where we could be all over the place with it, it's not fair. But I think we all do it. I think us as male, we do it more. We do it more.
Y'all are more
And
judgmental?
yeah, we got a lot more to judge. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like, um,
Yeah, but that's why, I could say I get frustrated because you, like you just said, your hair's too short, you're too tall, you're too short, your booty's not big, it's too big, your titty's too small, they too big. Like it's always this constant criticism
right,
from men. And then women, we tie ourselves up in like pretzels to try to meet these new preferences of men, right?
right,
And then when
right,
we turn around and say, I want him to own the bus, I don't want a bus driver. Ah, wait, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all this uproar. Like, are you serious? So that's the frustration I think for a lot of women is that we overlook so much shit, and then you want us to overlook that. You like you said, have a beer belly. You might have a little thing,
man boobs.
and then man boobs, and then you want me to help you raise kids that aren't mine, and you don't want to pay for. But we're supposed to take all that on, but we need to make sure our stomach's flat, our hair's done, our nails are done, our feet are done. Like it's a lot of pressure to be a
Feet
woman.
must feet must be done. That's a deal
Sir,
breaker.
you are part of the problem. This most women take care of themselves. All I'm
True.
saying is that when it comes to standards and preferences, women are like, you know what, he meets my standard. I'm gonna overlook the things that I prefer. And I think
I
we do
agree.
it more frequently. And then we get resentful for the damn overlooking, like, you know what? I shouldn't have dated your short ass. I shouldn't have dated, that's when we throw that crap back in your face. When we we throw that back in your face. That's why your dick little. You know what I mean? Like we throw that back at you because we're like, I lowered my preferences for you.
When males show that we are grateful, y'all get kind of different. Now you want to do
Man,
it. Like, with both of y'all, that's on both sides. I mean, when it comes to her, what she said, like I said before, I don't think she said anything wrong. You know, she just
mhm.
stepped on somebody's toes. You know what happens? Uh, my mother used to say, you know, the hurt dog gonna do the most hollering. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what she did. She said something, and then people who fits that category that she was talking about did the most barking. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. And
Yeah,
that's what they gonna do. That's what they gonna do. She to me personally didn't say nothing wrong. Now I know what Ayana was trying to get at. You know what I'm saying? Because that I could see how that could be a high possibility where she might be more shallow. Maybe I feel like that's what she was trying to get at. That she's kind of shallow or whatever. About some things, and she could be. She could be. But at the end of the day, it's her preference. It's her standards. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And if you don't want to fuck with her, don't fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Like, you don't have to date her. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be in her presence or show interest in her. Now you know what you know. Move accordingly. You know what I'm saying?
I do, but I feel like, okay, like I just said, if it was a whole coalition of BBWs who was like, how dare you say you don't like big women, right? Then it's like, well, just lose weight. Just lose weight and blah blah blah. You'll find a man. Isn't that the Kevin Samuelites saying?
That's
If you want a
different.
high value man, lose weight and look a certain way. Am I lying though? Isn't that what was
That,
told to women?
that's different though, because you
No, it's
being
not.
more.
Because what no one said, hey, there's nobody
What
out there saying, hey man, step your
what you
game
just
up, make
said?
more money, find another position, find another career path,
Oh,
own some
she
shit.
didn't. She didn't say that though. She didn't say that to him. She said her preference. She didn't tell the people who were living that lifestyle do better. See, that's wrong for me to say I don't do BBWs, and then when the BBW say something to me, I tell her just lose weight. That's like nah, you know what I'm saying? I just don't like BBWs. That's it. I don't have to. Now, you can stay at BBW. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You ain't sick. You ain't ill or nothing like that. I just don't like BBWs. You can stay at BBW. There's nothing wrong with being a BBW. It's like me saying I don't like short ladies. Ain't nothing wrong with being short. That's just not my preference. I like the woman who look like a damn Amazon. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like
I get
that's
it.
what I
I
want.
get it. You want a 5'8", 5'9", and up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? About two up. Ain't no fun unless it's 200.
Nah, I had this conversation with someone else we know, and I had to let him know that he does not like BBWs. He likes thick women as well. Stop coming out here saying you like big women because it's not true.
What
And
is
it's
big?
hurtful to women who are larger.
I mean,
Big, okay. Big, a real BBW to me starts at 250. That's a real BBW. As a black woman, I don't know about other races because 250 on a black woman is actually a BBW. Like Lizzo is 300 pounds,
okay,
right?
yeah,
She's like 290, something like that, right?
and she can get
So
it.
to me, she's a BBW, right?
Yeah,
But then you have like a Jill Scott. Jill Scott's right at the edge, depending on if she's, and
nah,
no, what?
BBW.
Why is she a
She,
BBW?
I mean,
Have you seen Jill Scott?
I mean, she lost some weight now, but she's still considered a
Okay, let's
BBW.
do weight loss Jill Scott. Weight loss Jill Scott is right at the beginning of the BBW spectrum. And
I
what makes her bigger is her
her
titties.
boobs.
Let's be real. Her titties are huge. If she didn't have them titties, it wouldn't be there. I don't know how much she weighs. I'm just saying she looks like we gonna give her
Do,
240.
do you consider yourself a BBW?
I consider myself I don't even know what category I'm in, to be honest with you. I'm like a cheeseburger away from a BBW. So I fit in whatever category that person puts me in. But to me, I don't care.
But
Because
I
I
know
wear a
you're,
size 12. So I don't wear
but you
plus
don't look.
size clothing.
But you say you 220, so
I'm
and
220 though.
you don't even look 220.
A lot of people don't look 220 and they're 220. A lot of people don't look 250 and they're 250. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
Like,
I agree.
so we can't say that. So all I'm saying is like there needs to be a chart. We need to make a BBW
But
chart
you
and be
can't
like,
make
this
a
is our
chart.
BBW.
You can't make a chart because even with the chart, people are going to disagree somehow. Like, because it's some people like, for instance, I thought I was a big dude.
No, you are not.
Yeah, I didn't find that shit out. So I'm
There's
thinking like,
so okay. Good thing you brought this up because there's a chart for men too. Okay. Because you got your skinny dudes who are like a toothpick, but they got some big anyway, this neither here nor there. Okay. Then you have like the slender, right? Then you have the thick, then you have the super thick, and then you have the teddy bears, right? And then you have the super teddy bears.
wow,
So for me, I personally, I don't have a type. Every boyfriend I've had does not look this well. Let me not lie. Okay. Some of my boyfriends look like they're a part of the DeBarge family. Okay. They're little Cuban Dominican looking people, right? But size wise, they all are all over the place. So I've dated skinny all the way up into a super teddy bear. And honestly, I like my little super teddy bears. They're warm. They cuddle well. I don't know. It's good to lay on their chest. It feels like you're on a cloud. I don't know. I like them. But then also like my skinny dudes where, I could feel like their six pack and, feel all their muscles. So for me, it's more of the connection I have with that man that I prefer over anything else. That's what turns me on. I can find something individually sexy about every man I've dated that's not going to be the same as somebody else.
well, that can be a type. You just change your outlook of what you look at. You know what I'm saying? Now it's more of an internal thing than it was a physical thing. You know what I'm saying? It's no different that like I was saying earlier, like being a young person, I was more attracted to the physical. Now
Right.
I'm more attracted to the internal stuff that's going on with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm more concerned how you think, how you process stuff, what type of person you are, what type of decisions do you make. I'm concerned about your well being. You know what I'm saying? How do you help others? Do you help others? Would you be willing to help others? You know what I'm saying? Like how are you as a mother? Stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
then I get into like, damn your ass is fat too. That's a plus now. You know what I'm saying? Like Once I learned all that, like, you got a fat ass? Oh shit, we hear this bitch. We here, we here to
I
win. You
do.
know what I'm saying?
I want somebody obsessed with me a little bit. Like, right?
Yeah,
Not stalking obsessed, but obsessed enough where like you just want to be
they want to know
inside of
you.
me as much as you can. That makes sense. Seriously, if a man desires a woman
Hello.
that they're with, it's long. It's gonna be a good long term thing. Who wants to be with somebody who's like, I'm not tonight. I don't want it today. Who wants to feel that kind of rejection from the person that's supposed to love you and your body?
Husbands get it all the time.
Oh, look, here we go. Here we damn
Anyway, that's
go.
a new subject. That's a new subject. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's a whole other podcast episode
You know what I'm saying?
because women feel rejected too.
We say we do. Y'all niggas say we don't. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a
So
whole other topic because man.
you know I go there for days.
No, we
But
don't. Back to standards and preferences. So I think we can agree
listen,
that
I agree.
men
I'm gonna tell you
are
this.
the problem. Hmm.
No, I said, yeah, we didn't agree with that. I know we agree too. Wait a minute. You trying to set me up. I think that I commend her. I wish more ladies would be more honest.
Really?
Yeah, because I think that's what caused some of the
Look
problems
at
in relationships is that I think ladies do have standards and preferences, and they kind of drop them out of
we do.
desperation,
Yeah.
and then later on in the relationship, you want to bring them back up, and especially if he's not meeting your expectations. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I knew you was a bus driver, but I thought your ass by 10 years gonna own the motherfucking bus. And you still driving it, you know what I'm saying? Like, he like, I ain't trying to own the motherfucking bus. I never told you I want to own the damn bus. I'm cool with driving this motherfucker. You know, I'm like, well, no, I want to. And there's problems, you know what I'm saying, where you want him to do that in the first place. But that's across the board with ladies. You know, one line we were talking about, do bodies matter? You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing, we're not talking about bodies, but what I'm trying to say is the lady was like, bodies don't matter. And then one of the girls said, we don't never ask y'all about y'all body. And I said, that's your fault. Maybe you should. If that's important to you, you should ask. You know what I'm saying? It ain't my fault that you decide not to ask, and then you get mad at us as males because we do ask. You know what I'm saying? Like, ask a nigga. Ask, next time you date somebody, ask them, man, what your body count look like?
We don't care though. That's the thing. That's not important to us. It's important to men to know that. They want to know that. This is what I learned in my little 38 years is men like a virtuous woman, a woman that everyone can't get to, right? So if you go out in public and every dude's like, hey, hey, Sonny, hey, Sonny, hey, like every time you turn around, somebody's saying, hey, Sonny, you'll be like, what the hell? How many men have you been with? And who wants to be around men who have had your woman?
Boy, how many ladies want to be around a man where every woman in motherfucking,
For me,
you know
I
what
don't
I'm
care
saying? And
about that shit because it was
wrote
before
this.
me.
Well, I'm saying like this. Here's the thing. I think it's, not to change the topic, but I think it's a psychological thing. I think y'all are taught not to care
No, you're
because
right.
because the truth of the matter is, man, y'all hear my alarm?
Mm-mm.
Anyway, my alarm went off. And so like the truth of the matter is, you taught to think like that because y'all don't have a lot of faith in us. You know what I'm saying? When you meet a man, you don't ask him his body count because you already sick. You already figured the motherfucker is high. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna ask him a question that I probably already know the motherfucker answer to.
We
But
don't
see,
want
we
to
got
know. I'm not trying to hurt my own feelings.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. That you already count us out like this motherfucker here. I know he and fuck some little girls. It ain't even funny. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to get this motherfucker tested. Motherfucker probably fuck some little girl. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Period.
but with us, we know that it's still a high possibility for us to meet a woman who
Mm-hmm.
don't have a high body count. You know what I'm saying? It is
Yeah.
hope that we can bump into a woman who don't don't have a high body count. That she really didn't
That's
get down.
true.
Where other
Yeah.
people, I don't have a lot of faith in this. Like, this motherfucker, yeah, he might fuck that. It's
I
just,
have honestly been blessed to have met some very amazing men who were very selective with who they had sex with. I would say most of them. Only one was a straight horror, but all the other ones, like I was probably number 3 or 5 or something like that, and they were, older. You? Oh, you? Okay. All right. I see your hand up. So for me, I'm like that. I'm a relationship person, right? So
okay, I got
I
that.
I thrive in relationships. My first one was 10 years. The next one was,
Mhm,
8. Other one was like for 2. So
mhm.
I'm a relationship person. I like to do things with the person I'm with. I can't do casual. I don't know. I'm not going to judge anyone who does. I know me emotionally, I can't do it. If we do this, we go together real bad. Real fucking bad.
I don't need to hear that shit.
You ain't about to lay it down on me and be like, "All right, have a good." No. No, when
That,
you coming back,
but,
we together now.
but that's a conversation that should be had before.
Oh, it's
I
definitely had before. And that's
mean,
probably
guys need
why
to
I'm
be
still
honest.
single
Guys,
now.
guys need to be
That's
honest.
probably why I'm single now. Because they're like, "Oh, you really want like what if we just are friends and we could
Mm-mm.
just see." No, I don't do the let's see where this goes. Let's go with the flow type. I'm not that person.
Listen, I got this new thing now,
What?
I gotta be careful because people always take this wrong. Because I gotta explain this, right? Let
Uh-oh.
me explain this before you say anything.
Set it
But
up for me.
R. Kelly had
Oh,
songs.
good.
Every time I mention R. Kelly, everybody
Eh,
instantly think, like, listen, let me tell you, all right, on the record, I hate and despise the bullshit that R. Kelly did. Like, I think that's some bogus ass shit. I think the motherfucker need help. I think that a lot of motherfuckers need to be in jail other than him too. Let me put that out there. I don't think it just need to be him. I
Facts.
think it,
He wasn't
yeah,
alone. He got help.
yeah. But he
Mhm.
had this song called "Homie Lover
Lover friends.
Friend." That I'm gonna change it the motherfucking definition, and I'm gonna have to make that shit my own because that's what I'm trying to be. Your homie, lover, friend. Like, I ain't trying
I
to be your
feel
man.
you.
I ain't trying
It's
to be
my
your
ace
man.
boon coon.
Yeah, but I'm your guy though. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
When you ain't dating somebody and you still want to go out to eat and you want to go to the movies, or you just want to kick it at my house. It ain't got to be sexual.
Right.
I ain't gotta penetrate. You know what I'm saying? You just want to sit there and lay on my chest and talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Until you
Right.
fall asleep. I'll
Mhm.
be that. You know what I'm saying? I'm your homie lover friend. If you want me to penetrate, I'll do that too. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gotta be no weird shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm everything that's in that title. I'm your homie, I'm your lover, and I'm your friend. Period. Now, depending on which one you want me to be at that time, let me know. You want me homie? Shit, let's go bowling. Let's go kick it. You know what I'm saying? What's what you want to do? Let's go to a lounge and you want me to be your lover? Well, shit, we'll bend over. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be your friend? I'll sit here and talk to you. You know what I'm saying? You're going through something? I'll listen. You know what I'm
I've
saying?
only had that once though, unfortunately. I only had that in one relationship. Um it's unfortunate cuz he just didn't like going. He's a very much an introvert. If you're listening, I still love you, but I'm an outgoing introvert because I like to be at home, but I like to go out. I like to travel. I like to see the world. And he was afraid to get on airplanes. He was afraid to do a lot of things. And I couldn't do it anymore. After 10 years, I was like, I can't do it. I tried.
Right.
But we were definitely Homer lover friends. Like
That
we could
that
laugh, talk shit, go someplace. Like the flow was always there. It was never
yeah,
forced. It was a natural energy. And I think what I've done is always try to find someone who can match that.
yeah.
Which probably
Yeah.
isn't fair, but I just feel like I've had it, I've seen it. It can happen. You know what I mean?
That's a new step in my life that I'm trying to be. I'm trying to really narrow down what is that. You know what I'm saying? So now when I talk to a lady talk to me, I put it out there like, look, I can be Your honey lover. I want to. I said, okay. I said, calm down. I'm not forcing you into that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be that. I'm just telling you what I'm willing to do, what I'm capable of doing. I'm, I'm going through a separation. So I'm not trying to be
Mhm.
nobody's husband. I ain't trying to be nobody's boyfriend or fiance or none of that. But
Right.
I can be that guy for you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean, I think a lot of times ladies can't separate it either, where basically what you're trying to do is you just want to fuck or you just want to be friends with benefits. No, friends with benefits is different though. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be your friend, whatever. But it's like I'm only being your friend because you fucking me. That's what I think about friends with benefits. As soon as you start
No.
fucking me, the friendship stops.
Let me tell you something, cause you know I love you, right?
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Do you know for real?
Okay.
Do you know?
Okay. So when I think of homie lover friend, for me, it's the person that I am with, but they just have that title. What you were speaking of is, and don't take this the wrong way, because this has been presented to me recently, actually, where he said, "Well, let's just be friends, and we can get to like just chill, hang out, travel together." And if we do the do, we do the do, but our base is always friendship, right? And
Okay.
I was like, why would I give a part of myself to someone who doesn't really want me? They want the energy that I give. They want my physical comfort, but
See,
they don't want me.
that's not true though. That's false. We both benefiting from this
How am I benefiting?
because all because like for instance, like a woman that says that what's the word y'all do when y'all not having sex no more? And
It's
they
been
be
so
like,
long, I don't know.
when they not having sex, y'all be like, oh, I've been celibate
Oh,
for
celibate.
yeah, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, which a lot of time be lying. But anyway, uh,
Oh.
they be lying like motherfucker. But anyway,
If somebody's like, "Oh, you celibate?" I was like, "No, I'm celibate."
shut
No,
your ass up.
celibate? No.
Shut your ass. That's what I be saying in my head when they be like, I ain't had sex in 7 years. Shut your dumb ass up. Anyway, it's the same thing though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you did that because that's what you needed to do for yourself, right? It
Right.
don't mean that a lot of ladies don't please themselves. They
Oh,
still
yeah, my
do it,
road stay charged. Yeah.
right? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm trying to I'm trying to correlate that together with a homie lover friend is that you right now ain't capable of being in a relationship exclusive with a man like, oh yeah, we boyfriend girlfriend, but you still desire that companionship of I want to go out, I want somebody to take me on a date. I want to go to the movies. I want somebody to come and listen to me. Maybe I'll call them over. I need something fixed. I need somebody. Like you still need somebody, and the homie lover friend kind of fits it. Kind of fits in that category. You still want to travel. You know, what I'm saying, well, I'll take somebody that I trust. I build a relationship with. No, we don't go together, but he he's he's capable. He's good. He's good for me. And it's nothing wrong. It's no guiltiness in that. It's all right for a guy to make you feel that and not say, "Oh, I'm trying to steal your energy." No, because you might be good for him too. Like me, it would be good for me because I'm not really trying to be in a relationship. Don't mean I don't desire a woman's attention.
But that's selfish, Sir Paul. That's
That's
what
not
you're not
selfish.
seeing.
It's only
Why can't
selfish.
you no, no, listen. Why don't you take this time to heal, to learn the lessons from your last relationship? Because when you do that, when you add a person into your fuckery, respectfully, you are causing yourself to be distracted from healing yourself. That's all you're doing. You don't want to be alone.
No,
So you're like, well, let me put this placeholder here until I decide what I want to do. That is unfair. It's
that see,
unfair.
you
And I
take it
hope
as
you reconsider that.
hold on, you take it as the only reason why I'm doing this. is because I'm damaged or hurt. Or
I
you know
mhm.
what I'm saying? Like that's the way you said it. Like, but maybe that's not it though. Maybe I have healed and realized that I do not desire to be in any type of uh, serious relationship because that's not where I'm at in my life right now. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way with working out. Some people don't work out because they're not there yet. You know what I'm saying? It ain't serious enough to you yet. Maybe you need to go to the doctor and the doctor tell you that you're gonna die if you don't get your damn blood pressure down. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna die because you got that. Then also now seriously, now you're in that area. Maybe it's me right now. I don't want to be in a serious relationship. Don't mean I don't desire a woman's affection or attention. It's like for instance, like I said with the being not having sex. All because you're not physically having sex with a man, don't mean you don't desire to be pleasured. So you do. You pleasure yourself. But you don't want to have sex with a man because you're not there yet. You're not ready for that yet. You don't want to do that yet. Don't mean you damaged. Don't mean that you're not healed. You just you in this time in your life, that's not what you need. And it would be unfair for you to go do that and cause more damage to anything. So that's why I say like I would never force that lifestyle on a woman. So if like, prime example, if me and you was talking as a friend, and I tell you like, Sammy, I want to be your homie lover friend, right? And you might be like, no, I don't. That's not what I want. I want to be more exclusive. I want you to be my man. Then we need to talk. Like I can't do that. So now what? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna like convince you or force it on you or lie to you and say, yeah, okay, I'll be your man and still treat you like a homie lover girl. You know what I'm
And
saying? I'm
I
not gonna
I'm I'm listening and I'm hearing everything that you're saying. But I have been where you've been or where you are right now, right? And when I got divorced, I had relationship fatigue. I didn't want nobody to call me their nothing. I didn't want to be nobody's nothing. I just wanted to chill, travel, and enjoy the peace that came with not dealing with that person anymore, right? So I'm not judging you for thinking like this at all because I did it. I had a homie lover friend. We were friends, but in that it was like this dance that we constantly did and we did this for years where he would be like, I'm ready to be with you. And I'm like, I'm chilling or I'm dating somebody else and vice versa. We went through this for years. Like every time one person was ready, the other one wasn't. But there's something that tethered us together. And it was because we had an intimate connection, not just sexually, but, intimately that
yeah,
we
that's
couldn't
what
deny. But if I would have just been patient enough to just wait, heal myself and really date. And when my therapist told me this shit, I was like, whatever. He was like, you're like a cake in the oven. It looks ready, but once you put that knife in the middle and all that batter comes out, you got to put it back in the oven. You're not ready yet. And I was like, man, whatever. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And I feel like I could have saved myself like years of frustration and heartache if I would have just never entered into that homie lover friend shit with
that's,
him.
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think it's I think it's way everything you do things could be bad or good. I don't think that I don't know how your relationship was with him. You know, it sounds like what was a bad thing. If if he was what you needed at that time, so I think the bad thing
I
is
was what I needed. I was what I needed at that time, but I didn't want to deal like going from being married to someone, right? Even if you don't like them, you saw them every day. They're still in your house. There's still a presence there. There's still somebody in the bed, right? To no one, especially like co-parenting and going from having a whole family to just being me in this house. I needed something to fill my time. I needed somebody to distract me from me. And he was a great distraction. And ironically, he had just got divorced like 3 weeks before me. So we both were literally just like where you are now, we both were in the same
so the
place.
home
So
scene.
we both
So
were like,
y'all
we ain't
needed
trying to
each
be
other.
together like that.
Y'all needed each other at that time. Like that's nothing wrong with that. Like I don't know why
I
we
think
trying to
if
make
I
it
would
seem
have
like
just stayed, I just feel like I should just been the homie and not the lover.
and that's
That's
and
what I'm
that's
saying. I feel like we should have just been homies and not taking it to the physical.
we take things too seriously. Like, okay, well, if you what I need right now, and no, I'm not leading you on or misguiding you or giving you false hope, then I don't think nothing wrong with it if we on the same page. The issue is that a lot of times
Of
when we do
course.
shit like this, we don't communicate. You know what I'm saying? I tell you
No,
what I
it's
think
not
you
even
want to
that
hear.
though. Mm-mm.
I ain't
It's
talking
not
about you,
about
but
it's not even that. I'm saying to you that as women, sometimes we try to convince ourselves that we're okay with that setup, and we're really not. And we think we are until y'all slide in us, give us a slow
I'm not
stroke, and
with
look
you.
us in our eyes.
That's your fault.
You give me that slow stroke and you hit that
That's
crazy
your
button,
fault.
then now we got it's my fault
That's
that I
your
couldn't
fault, man.
anticipate that you was gonna give me the wazoo.
Hey, you gotta weigh your options. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Wow.
like I'm being honest. Like if somebody be like, "Oh, I'm pregnant," I ain't not gonna get pregnant. Well, you fucking. It's a high possibility
Oh.
you gonna get pregnant, right? That's
Well,
this common sense.
this is why I don't do it. Now I know better. I don't have sex with people unless I'm in a committed relationship. And we've had
I
that
think,
conversation.
yeah, I think that's good practice.
Yeah, I don't. So it gets
That's
me
it.
blocked. It gets me ghosted a lot. Because I'm really like, oh, you really ain't gonna do it? No, I really don't do that.
Yeah,
And
I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong. Just like your preference. Like if that's why I said homie lover friend probably wouldn't be good because you don't want the lover part. You want the homie and the friend, but you don't want the lover part. That's cool. Me, me personally, being a man. Now, I ain't gonna say I hate saying that, being a man. Me personally, I
hmm,
love sex, and for me to sit here and say, "Oh, I'm gonna wait until I'm over the situation that I'm going through right now before I have sex," it's fucking it's really crazy because I know I'm not. I know I'm not.
no, I want you to have listen, I want you to go
You
out
know what
there and
I'm
be
saying?
the biggest hoe you can.
No,
However, what I'm saying is
I'm not that person, but you know what I'm saying?
I
Because
just think that you should keep it strictly business. When you say homie, lover, friend, that is you honestly building an intimate relationship with somebody without the responsibility of a relationship. That's what I don't want you to do.
what?
If you gonna meet
Well,
a
why is
woman
that
and
bad?
say, we are gonna just come together and do the do, and then I gotta go, that is more healthier than you sitting here trying to really, so how was your day? And talking to him every day and shit. Like it's not fair to do that. It's not.
So, what if you need that type of communication, right? Coming from, like you said, coming from a place where you have been concerned with a particular person like that for so long, then all of a sudden not being concerned about a person like that, it's shocking.
I'm not a man, right? So I don't know how you um can have sex with somebody and not have an emotional connection. I don't know what that's like,
No, you do though.
right?
I'm saying I'm not denying that part. You do, but you know what it is. You can put people in. Okay, look, I do care about you. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't care about you, I couldn't be the homie and the friend.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Without me caring
I
about
mean, I get that.
you know what I'm saying? If it was just a fuck thing, then yeah, okay, cool. Like you said, I just come over and smash. And even if I smashed a whole bunch of times, I wouldn't even ask you how your day was or how's your son? How's this? How's that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How's the job? You know, I won't give a fuck. Don't matter of fact, don't tell me. And one of my rules back in the day was I never slept with a girl more than 3 times anyway, because of that reason right there. Because I didn't want to be concerned with the shit that's going on. I thought, wow, you're gonna be concerned about the person. You keep fucking, you're gonna be concerned. Like, how you doing today? Yeah, I care that you how you doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I start caring, yep, that last
Oh,
time you
Lord.
shit
So the
made me
third
feel.
time is the charm, literally. So the
Yeah,
third
like,
time a woman rides you, she gets your hort. She gets right here, and you're
yeah,
like,
you
I
get a
can't
little,
do
yeah,
this. I need
you
to get
start
away
caring,
from.
you start caring a little bit, like, yeah, man,
I kind of like
yeah,
her a little bit.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I'll sit there and cash out her ass tomorrow for lunch. Like, what
No, not Cash App her some lunch. I'm done. I can't.
the
Oh my
you know what I'm saying?
god.
But real talk, I think what Ebony said, man, get back. I think Ebony said nothing wrong at all, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't think she said nothing wrong at all. I think she just stepped on some people's toes. When you in the public eye like that, you know, that's why we have people that writes our lines down to tell us what to say when we on TV anyway. Because
Okay, yeah, people are over it. Like, hey, before you say this, before you go out
yeah,
there,
when you
right?
say it's like, hey,
But
you know what
but
I'm
at the
saying?
same time, though, she did bring up a point that it's something that we as women need to identify. I was talking about this with my therapist today, actually. Um,
Yeah.
and I was like, as women, I think that we are always trying to
Shout out to all the therapists out there that's still helping us from not fucking up our things. Anyway, go ahead.
oh my god. So I think we are like, well, this person doesn't have this degree or live in this neighborhood or have this car or whatever, and we discard them because of those things, and we say they're not valuable, and that is wrong. Because just because this man drives a bus doesn't mean he doesn't have, like, he could own 2 homes. He
Yeah.
could have other streams of income. You know what I mean? Like, we can't just judge a book by its cover and be like, "Well, he don't make enough, I'm not messing with him," because there's some people out here who make a lot of money, passive income, and just work just to get the benefits and things of that nature. So we can't just say, I'm not going to date this type of position or this occupation. Everybody's not a doctor. Everybody's not a lawyer. Everybody's not an engineer. Everybody's not, a scientist or, you know what I'm saying? It's like we have to be realistic, and we can't say that if you're not one of those things, you're not valuable. Because I feel like as Black people in general, I can only speak for our race, we have been pushed down and told that we can't do things for so long. So to have a Black woman tell you you're not good enough, I feel like that's where the trigger came from.
But
It's
hold
like,
on,
damn, I'm out
let's
here
be
fighting
clear.
to, take care of my family, and you still saying I'm not good enough.
But
You
hold on,
don't
let's be
think that
clear
could be
though.
it?
She didn't say that though. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just
That's
saying
all.
triggered, the
Well, I'm
trigger
saying
of
like
it.
that's what I'm saying. We gotta be careful with that because she didn't. She That's not what she said though. They asked a personal question of her preference, and she gave it. No, she said no. I wouldn't date a bus driver, but I would date a bus owner. That's to me. That's her. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get a. I don't. I'm the motherfucker she was talking about. I don't get offended. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, okay, now I know. You know what I'm saying? So I know not to talk to you because until I own this motherfucking truck, you won't even look my way. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, that's cool. That's cool. I'm confident in who I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I make decent money. Me owning shit don't mean I don't have no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or
Mhm.
me not owning shit don't mean I don't have no money. Uh,
Right.
so I don't get offended. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, she stepped on some people's toes that was already fucking sore. And they
Mm.
started bucking. You know what I'm saying? They already was hurt in that area. And so when she said the shit, what she said, and Yolanda, whatever it is, what's her name? Yolanda,
Ayanla.
Yolanda, she said
Uh-huh.
what you said, and I agree with her too. You know what I'm saying? If you being shallow like that, where you putting people in certain boxes, like, oh yeah, if you ain't making this, then you ain't nobody. You ain't this and that. But and she did say that. She did say these people were terrible. They ain't nobody. Now, in the beginning, when she did give a description of our culture when it comes to men meeting the mark, I think that right there would have been more of a touchy subject than anything. Where she basically said like most of the majority of the guys in our culture ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? She basically said that. She said they ain't providing like they supposed to. They're not protecting like they supposed to, and they don't got the income to take care of us. Now that would be more of an argument than the fact that she says personally she wouldn't date a fucking bus driver. Like we arguing about something that she says she don't like. That's her preference. I don't eat fish. Don't motherfucker choke me for the motherfuckers that eat fish. Like I don't eat fish. I'm sorry. I don't like. You know what I'm saying? I like chicken.
Well, okay, just like if I said to a man, don't count out a plus size woman because she could be everything you're looking for and she could lose
Right.
weight. You never know, right? Just like I would tell a woman, don't discount a man because of his job right now because you don't know what he could be. To me, it's the same thing. We
You
can't judge it. That's where the standards and preferences come from. Like, what do you need to be happy? Let's start there.
well,
And then what do you
okay.
prefer?
Let's get personal. Like I
Okay.
now going through this now. I'm gonna have some preference and some standards now. Like this off. Nothing's wrong with my ex-wife, whatever. But I'm saying like now this all the stuff that I learned from her and from myself, my preference and standards have changed, even though I don't know exactly what they are. To
Right.
you know, say I'm just learning them. But I do know certain things
Mhm.
that I'm not gonna go for no more. You know, so that I'm looking for. It's
Right.
one of the things that nobody knocked me in here. This I don't give a fuck what how y'all feel about it. But like for me, my next lady had to make as much as me or more. Like that's gonna be my motherfucking preference. Like hands down, like and they don't want to sound like Ebony, you know what I'm saying? But I'm serious. Like I'm not going through that motherfucking alpha male stage bullshit where you know, oh, you take care of all the bills and you do this and that. Fuck that shit. That shit was stressful as fuck. So no, no. Now I'm looking for somebody who make as nearly as much as I do or more than I do.
Mhm.
She ain't gotta make, you know what I'm saying? She ain't got to, but I like her to be motherfucking matching my energy financially, you know what I'm saying? Because one of the
Right.
things, like, if I get sick and I can't go to work, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
that's
all
a
on
lot of
you.
pressure. Yeah, it's a lot of
Yep.
pressure on the man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how many times I went to work sick and know my ass shouldn't have been there.
Mhm.
Like, for real, like on my damn deathbed, feeling like, you know what I'm saying? Like, driving this big ass rig, you know what I'm saying? Like, knowing that, man, I'm passing the fuck out, but I can't afford to call off. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no other income. It's just mine. So yeah, um, I don't want that pressure no more. And then what if
Right.
you know, and then I just want the energy of shit. Let's go travel. Like you got money, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like cool. When you work with the traveler, I'll take care of the bills. Or we got money to spend. Like man, yeah, I don't want that. So anyway, I just want somebody to match my energy financially. That's my preference right there. I know for sure there's gonna be some more, but I know for
Right.
sure that the woman have to be meet me financially. Period. I
I
don't give
feel
a fuck.
you. I agree with you 100% because um a lot was on me when I was married. So I know now I need somebody. I want a true partner. I
Yes,
want us to
that too.
align where we are here and we just going up from there. We aren't
Yeah,
here
I
and
got you.
here
You
and here
got
and
me.
here. It's just, yeah, we know
Yeah,
if anything happens, we gonna be okay. We both
if you
got the
come to
hustle
me,
mentality, and if I
yeah,
fall short, you got me, and vice
I
versa.
got
And
you.
it's not a I'm depending on you. Everything's on you. That's overwhelming. It's
And here's the
overwhelming.
thing. Now you gonna get on me on it. And I always feel entitled because they think they got good pussy.
Oh Lord.
Oh,
Oh
for real though.
Jesus Christ.
Like I mean, because you know I do my lives right. So when we have
Yes.
this discussion, the first thing they justify a woman justify a man taking care of him is that I'm fucking you. Like what the fuck that mean? Like you think you the only one that God gave pussy to? Like you think like I don't know what we talking about here. Like you know what I'm saying? Like because you gave me this, that's all. Like the shit be crazy sometimes the way they justify that shit. Like oh yeah, well, I'm fucking you. Like okay, so okay, well stop fucking me then. 'Cause this shit ain't worth it.
Well, let's be real. Okay.
This
Remember
shit
like
ain't
in
worth
Baby
it.
Boy when he said, was it guns and butter? Right? So think of
I
it
do
like
remember that.
pussy and cash. That's the commodity, right? So a man feels like, I got this money, so what you gonna do? I need you to do this. I need my house clean. I need my dick sucked. I need blah 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 blah. Right? Then you got women on the other side. Like, I got this pussy. You want this pussy? You gonna pay for it? You gonna pay for this bills? You gonna, take me out to these nice restaurants? You gonna buy me these bags? It's a damn transactional ass thing.
Yes,
Period.
yes.
So
But
if
we just
a if money goes, right, and the vagina dries up, then what's left? What's really left? What do you
head.
offer that person other than that? Did you say head? I'm gonna hit you. Did you say head? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Here's the issue though.
So
Here's the issue though. We sell that dream to each other though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it gets but I to me it's the woman though, and when it comes to that though. Cause y'all hold the sex department. Like y'all run that shit. Like we can't get none without y'all permission. Like I don't give a fuck. Anything
that's
getting
very
without y'all
true.
permission. Yeah, you know, y'all run that shit from relationship to relationship. And so like and your mothers. Your mother teach that. Like, girl, like my grandma used to say that shit to my mama and my aunties and everybody else. Girl, yeah, as long as you got that between your legs, you'll never be broke. Ain't no way a woman should be broke when you got that shit between your legs. I mean, and when I was young, I didn't know what the fuck that meant. Like, why she keep saying that shit? And then now I get older, I realize that's what it is. Ain't no way you got that between your legs and you ain't got no money. I felt like, you know what I'm saying? I understand what she's saying. Like, and the ladies kind of live their life like that. Like, nigga, if I'm fucking you, you gonna pay for this shit one way or another. You know what I'm saying? Some shit is materialistic. Some things might be with something else. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always got to be money. It could be, I don't know. You paying for it. That's your way of giving it to
Well,
me.
let's
It's
be
like,
real. Prostitution is the oldest form of employment. It's the
yeah,
original
yeah,
job, right? So men will pay for it. They're
yeah,
willing
they
to
will.
pay for it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
So,
only fan page. These motherfuckers paying for shit they can't even touch.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I told you, I'm looking for a sugar daddy who's like at least 78.
For
2 to
example,
3, 4 summers max left. I'll give him the ride of a lifetime on his way out. I promise you. Because the let me stop playing.
somebody gonna hit
The
your ass
point
up. Like,
is, they have,
somebody gonna
they
hit you
have,
up. Like, Sonny,
man.
this is Mr. Thames.
Ew.
I've been diagnosed with. I got
Listen,
like you
no, my
said.
granny told me, oh men have worms. I don't want worms. So I'm good.
Man,
I don't want to listen. I'd rather just work. This is the
I'm into
thing.
this. I want that silver fox. The one with the big eyes, silver hair. She's as thick as shit.
I'm worried about you. I'm
That's
really
bad
worried
as hell.
about you.
That's
Well,
bad as hell.
Sir Paul, thank you for your input on this topic. We got a lot out of this hour. It's supposed to be 30 minutes. It's an hour and 7 minutes right now. So we did that. Now I don't know what this gonna sound like, but I'm gonna get this
Yeah.
out ASAP and
Okay.
get this posted. But I appreciate you for my first live one. I have some other topics, so of course you should come back. I might have it with more than just us. It might be like 4 people. Maybe we need like 2 women, 2 men type sitch. I don't want it to be too many people only because you know how that can go.
I thought you were
Right?
doing it differently. I misunderstood it, but yeah, I enjoyed myself.
Well, this is the thing. If I did it live, right? If I did it live on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, then you got comments and people like with all their opinions. And we got to stop and talk about what they said. And then it's going to be 3 hours.
No, yeah, no, I get that. I was talking about like I thought we were doing a podcast as like co-hosts, like so like
Yeah,
you was
that's co
Swiss,
host.
Swiss,
Oh, it's Swiss?
yeah, like I get, I know it was like this a guest thing, so like this is your
Yeah.
podcast,
It's,
is
it's my
no,
podcast and you're my
yeah,
guest. Yeah. And then Swiss
yeah.
is up next, actually.
Okay, gotcha.
So
So
Swiss is up next.
I thought it was like the three amigos, and so all our topics was
No,
yeah,
no, I need Swiss by himself. And then we might all three do one. But Swiss is enough by himself.
okay, got you.
Swiss is enough. So I'm gonna find something that and then his cousin Tony, he's awesome too. So I might do one on because I'm gonna do a sister circle one. I'm gonna have all my aunties come and give like the older black woman's perspective on some stuff, right?
Mhm.
So I might do one with men to get your perspective on just being a black man as well. So that's coming up probably in June.
Okay,
So I'm gonna do like a male one and then a female one so that, we can all learn from each other,
all right.
honestly.
You have to show me how to do this stuff. I think I want. I got a lot of
Swiss
shit
is
I
the
need
one who got me. Swiss taught me this actually. So I need to sit down with Swiss and have him help me because he has all the equipment, everything.
to.
Um,
Yeah,
so we
I
gonna
got
get
some
it
shit I
together, but
need,
yeah, you definitely do have some shit you
especially
need
on
to
this
get
new
off your
journey.
chest.
Especially on this new
Oh
journey.
Lord.
this new polygamy.
You know what? But you're gonna be.
Probably like keep everybody updated.
Oh my gosh. You know
Keep
what?
everybody.
Whatever makes you happy, friend, I'm happy for you. But I think the right person is getting divorced right now too. It's just your queen is waiting for her divorce to be final.
Waiting.
Man, listen, enjoy the peace because you remember. Listen, have no regrets. I have no regrets at all. I'm like, whoo, thank you, Jesus. I should have did it
All,
sooner.
all I've been thinking about is like decorating. That's all I've been thinking about.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. I'm not gonna lie. And I love the fact that, I've been living on my own now for 5 years. So I have all the shit I wanted. So it's not like, oh, let me have like my sister called my house the brown house. Everything that was brown, tan, neutral colored, right? And as soon as I left that dude, everything is like pink, blue, green, light green, neon green. Things he would be like, I don't like that. Like I love the fact that I don't have to answer to nobody about how they feel. I don't care. This is my house. This is my shit. So I'm
Well,
not really in a rush to live with somebody again, to be honest with you. Not really in a rush.
well,
So
if
you
you,
take your time. Hmm.
I was about to be funny about what you said earlier
What I say?
in the line about you and Kay.
Oh no, I don't know if I could be a sister wife. Like I said, I'm too selfish. I'm a twin, so I shared a womb. I've shared a room. I've shared a lot of things. I'm not sharing a man personally. That's just me and my preference.
So it could be a powerhouse.
Oh my, I'm done. All right, Paul. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for listening and watching, and stay tuned to what we have come up next. Have a good night.